Hey YouTube, this is KingCobraJFS with another video. And saw a video last night that this guy was talking about a news article, and the article in question, you know, it concerned me a little bit because it has a lot to do with religion discrimination. And unfortunately, it's not the only discrimination I've noticed around anymore, you know. There's still a lot of racial hate in this town, and I'm fucking tired of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing about it from people on the bus, how African Americans are driving or walking by, and cowboys are walking by, and you're driving by in their trucks and chucking grape soda at them and shit. Like, really, dude? Grow the fuck up. You wanna try that shit in Los Angeles, you're gonna get your ass capped, fool, because bigger city, you know, whatever. Anyway, the video in question, I go to it on YouTube and watch the entire thing, and I give you my 2 cents. I try to hold my mouth quiet until the video stops playing. Okay, so I'm doing my history. The video is called Woman Confesses to Murder Attempt on Live TV. Okay.
This here is as creepy as it gets. A Tennessee woman named Katie Nichols is going to approach a TV news camera while they're covering a story about an attempted murder. And she's going to admit to that attempted murder live on air.
He was upstairs. The person talking lives at Sunchase Apartments and is close friends with a 61-year-old woman who was stabbed a few doors down early Tuesday morning. She doesn't want her face shown, but tells me the woman's daughter, Katie Nichols, is to blame. She's just emotionally stable and, you know, does the best that she can, but needs quite a bit of help. She says after the stabbing, Nichols took off with her young daughter, and almost kind of hope that she does come back through here so that we can get the authorities to get her. Not 5 minutes later, it happened. Nichols walked up to the camera.
The satanic cult in this city has been casting satanic spells on me for 4 days. I'm exhausted. I came home, I found out that my mom was the ringleader, and she was trying to kill my daughter.
Nichols tells me she had to act because her mom was putting curses on them.
I had to kill her. She was going to kill both of us. She was so...
Okay, I said I was going to wait till the end of the video, but fuck it. Okay, just because you kill somebody, if they put a curse on you, that doesn't stop the curse, okay? The only person that can stop the curse is the person who cast the curse.
So powerful, I had no idea. I had no idea that my mother was that powerful.
Deputies say Nichols' mother was stabbed in the neck, chest, and stomach, and was rushed to the hospital for surgery.
When I left, she was still breathing.
Well, that's good.
I stabbed her 3 times, and she should have died. She was still breathing, and I don't know what happened to her afterwards. I don't know where they took her or what exactly happened, but she was the Antichrist.
Your mother's not the Antichrist.
She did not die.
Nichols says afterwards, she and her daughter hid out.
We went in my car, we ended up in a little rural area, and we just waited for the sign that it was safe to come back.
Now that Nichols is in custody, neighbors say they're hopeful she'll get the help she needs. But Nichols is convinced she did everyone a favor.
She had symbolic representations of my death, my daughter's death, every nuclear explosion that was supposed to happen that's not going to now. Because all of the satanic cult has been rounded up and killed now.
Okay. So, Christians and Catholics out there, how about some sympathy? You're not the only ones who get a bad name in the media. Am I right?
Well, there's no word yet if the police have officially charged Nichols in this case. Of course, we're going to keep you updated as more information becomes available.
There are layers to the story, but one of the layers that we don't usually give is you kind of became part of the story. You ended up talking to this woman who admitted she just stabbed someone 3 times, and you actually called 911. Did you fear for your safety at all?
Well, you know, I was a little scared that, you know, she never threatened me or anything like that, and so I'm just really grateful that everyone stayed safe until deputies arrived.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Hillary.
Local news is just unbearable. Like, they're just casually talking. So, yeah, there was this crazy person who just tried to murder somebody who was there, and I called the cops, and I didn't feel really all that threatened. Anyway, back to you, Jeff. Be human. Be human, please. It's much more endearing when you're a normal human being instead of putting on this ridiculous facade, all of them just pretending to be the most generic people in history. Okay, that's a crazy person. We just saw a crazy person live on TV walk up and confess to a murder, to an attempted murder. Yeah, you know, she was the Antichrist, and she was the head of a satanic cult, and she was casting spells on us, and since I stabbed her and stopped her, now we know that the nuclear explosions aren't going to happen. They were going to happen, but I was able to stop them. I just hid out in the woods with my daughter, and we came back eventually when I got the sign from God that it was okay. Okay. It's crazy. It's really... What's the right word? Awkward, yet fascinating to see somebody who has legitimately lost their mind just talking to a news camera and just saying, yeah, this is what went down. Like, what goes on in her head is, how does that happen? I don't understand how that happens. It's just a scary thing. But here's my conclusion based on this story right here. And a lot of you guys might be like, you could have came to this conclusion without seeing this. But it's like a kick in the ass, because it reminds you that stuff like this exists and it happens. But what I took away from this is that we should have mental health clinics, mental health facilities that are just as common as hospitals. For every hospital in the country, there should be a mental health clinic and a mental health facility that is specifically for, you know, either severe depression or psychosis or paranoid schizophrenia or any type of major psychological issue that somebody can be experiencing. Because, I mean, it's not okay that this woman was just walking the streets. Like, there were no signs before this happened? There were no signs. None. Like, nobody could have picked up the phone and said, hey, guys, heads up. You know, Victoria's acting a little kooky. By the way, I don't know her name. I just randomly said. Oh, Katie Nichols, sorry. What they should do is set up places where you have on staff, there's a psychologist, a psychiatrist, and an MD. Or multiple psychologists, multiple psychiatrists, and multiple MDs. And it's a place specifically for mental health where all of the mental health medications are immediately available, whether it's Thorazine or Seroquel, you know, the antipsychotic stuff or the anti-anxiety stuff or the antidepressants. And there's, you know, it's open 24/7 like a hospital where it's for emergencies and for regular appointments and everything. I don't know why, like, why is that something that doesn't exist? You know, like, why is that, that doesn't occur to anybody. Like, it occurs to people, oh yeah, let's have, like, of course we have a hospital, because something physically wrong with you, you go to the hospital or you go to the doctor and boom, you know, they take care of it however they need to take care of it. You know exactly where to go after there's a car crash or something and somebody's really hurt. But when it comes to, psychotic breakdown, I mean, people do go to the hospital, but are they as equipped as specialists with the mind to deal with stuff like this? I don't think they are. Jesus. The systems that we have in the U.S. are so ill-equipped to deal with reality. Isn't that a primitive kind of thing? You know, like, the fact that, number one, our healthcare system in and of itself is crazy. The fact that it's for-profit and it's mostly capitalist and, you know, you have to deal with an insurance company which is for-profit, and when you get sick, maybe they'll pay it out, maybe they won't. You have to submit a claim, and even then they'll pay 70% of it, and you still got to pay $46,000 out of pocket for whatever happened. And, you know, even though you've been paying them $300 a month, like, it's fucked up the way the entire system works. The number one cause of medical
the whole system is fucked, my friend.
Of bankruptcy is medical bills in the U.S.
Medical system.
But we should have, goes without saying, you've heard me give this speech and this rant multiple times before, but what we should have is a universal healthcare system, single payer, fully funded by tax dollars, all the trillions of dollars we waste in useless wars and on 900 military bases, reallocate all that money just to healthcare. Okay, everybody's healthcare is covered. But also we should have the universal mental health as well. Set up those clinics that I was just talking about all over the country. And then we can, I guarantee you, if you do that, what will happen? of course you'll see this, a positive outcome.
Right? Well, there you have it. And again, that's just the thing too, is if her mom was really putting satanic curses on her, killing her wouldn't stop the curses. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have. It would have, in a sense, well, let's say you open a gate and you take away the hinges on that gate, and the gate forever remains open. Well, it's the same concept with cursing and spells and rituals and all that. You take away the hinge, which is the person who opens that gateway or opens that spell or whatever, it'll forever remain open. And then if you go to this person saying, hey, can you make it stop? But if you stab them and kill them, they can't stop it, so you're just stuck with that for the rest of your life. It didn't tell us too much about, the extent of what she was going through, if what she's saying was legit. But it just goes to show you that, Satanists get a bad name because of shit like this, Anytime someone kills somebody and says they did it for the love of Satan or some shit like that, it's stupid retarded shit like that. And then people who watch this shit in the news automatically assume that, if you're a Satanist, you must be a murdering psychopath. No, and no. Okay, just no. And it's the same concept for, in the past we've had people say, I killed them because God told me to, shit like that, and it's just like, no, you got people who paint a bad image and a bad name for religion in general, and religion is merely a spiritual pathway for some people, it's just a means of guidance, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way I like to look at it. But yeah, it's frustrating, you know what I'm saying? It really is. It's just one of those things where, I don't know, So yeah, and if that ain't bad enough, I was riding the bus home, I just gotten some groceries, and hearing someone go off on the bus because they're African American, and apparently some cowboys are driving by in their trucks and chucking grape soda at them and shit, and calling them the N-word and shit, and it's like, wow, this is a local issue. I'm like, really? Wow, that's fucking ridiculous, dude. Shit like this happens in our society all the goddamn time, and it fucking sucks. I wish I could stop it. I wish I could, I wish I could just make it stop, It'd be nice. I mean, what the fuck can I do, And it's frustrating, You hear about shit like this all the goddamn time, and you're just an innocent bystander in it. You really can't do anything about it, You just hear about it and go, what the fuck, It's messed up, man, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking messed up. So, yeah. Needless to say, yeah, and I'm just like, wow, dude, really? This is just one of those things where it concerns me to a degree. We've abolished slavery, we have a half-black president, and yet there's still racism in our country. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that boggles my mind. Like, what drives a person to, one, wasting grape soda? Really? Okay. That shit can get expensive. It can add up real fucking quick. You're gonna sit there and fucking waste it? What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay. I was, walking my bike up a hill one time here in town, and I was talking with some buddies of mine, and they saw me, like, hey, son, like, hey, what's up, just sitting there, hey, what's going on, whatever. So we're all walking up this hill, and I'm walking my bike, sitting there talking with them, and somebody drove by and shouted, fucking rapist, or child molester, or something like that, and then chucked their soda at the three of us that were walking, and then drove off. What the fuck? Okay? That's bullshit. I've never heard a child like that. I'm not like that. And to the extent of my knowledge, my friends that I was walking with weren't like that either. Okay? So I hate the fact that a lot of people sometimes will just walk into a situation without knowing the entire story and just assume. Okay? That is the worst thing for any situation out there. I mean, any situation. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, what happens? Now, I guarantee if I would have had this with me and I would have CO2, I'd have been like, rapist, huh? Pop a couple of BBs at their car as they're driving off. You know, I would have liked to have done that, but it wouldn't solve anything, so obviously I didn't. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Like, what the fuck, dude? Seriously? Wow. I'm beyond disgusted with society as a whole at the moment, you two, because I'm hearing about locals treating each other like shit, and I'm hearing about psychos pulling the shit off on the news. Because this is a problem with our society, like I said. This lady's talking about how Satanists are putting curses and hexes on her for 3 to 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Sitting there saying, and, you know, people who don't know the whole story are going to go, wow. You know, and it's fucking annoying. It's all it is. It's just fucking annoying. So, needless to say, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. It's just, I don't know, YouTube, I really don't. It makes me more depressed, you know, to see that people treat each other like this. It really does. You know, it makes me go, why can't humans be a little bit nicer to each other? And here's the thing, okay, I can acknowledge the fact that there's going to be some people we don't like out there. That's part of being a human. I understand that. So rather than be a dick to them or treat them like shit, you avoid them and don't have anything to do with them. And it simplifies everything. Well, what the fuck do I know? I'm just autistic, right? But yeah, it boggles me, you know. And what really fucking pisses me off? Animal cruelty. That shit, don't even get me started, okay? That shit makes my blood boil like no fucking other. Okay, it's bad enough that humans treat each other like shit, but then I go and do it to some puppy. What the fuck's wrong with our society, man? Seriously. My family have actually rescued 2 dogs from the shelter. We got 1 from someone, we rescued 2. And the one dog we rescued, my dog Chance, when he was younger, his old owners, before we adopted him, stuck him out in the cold, boiled him in hot water, and starved him to death. Basically, all his fur magically fell off. You know, the shelter rescued him, and he had this really rare disease that, you know, could have killed him. But by some miracle, he got over the disease. And my family took him in, and we gave him a second chance. And he's a lot better dog because of it, you know. Just, oh, it's frustrating, you know. It boggles my mind. It's like, oh, okay, so my solution to ending animal cruelty and making an example of the assholes who fucking do it, okay, is to take these people in a room, okay, with no clothes on, maybe just some undergarments, okay, and a camera on. Hello, I'm so-and-so. The person here has been caught dealing animal cruelty to innocent animals. So now we're going to make an example of him. Oh. And we'll start off with maybe tasers. You know, tase them real good. While they're on the ground twitching in agony and pain, okay, you take a metal baseball bat and you crack their knee. Now they're in so much pain they can't walk. They're just, okay, then you take some pepper spray and you fucking mace them. And then they're like, ah! Now they're in so much fucking pain, okay. Then you grab a riot shotgun. You fill, instead of having the shells filled with BBs, you fill with chunks of rock salt, okay. And you shoot their other leg with it. Now it doesn't blow off their leg. What it does is when that shotgun shrapnel, that's the rock salt, impacts, it tears open the skin. You have salt and open wounds. Oh, man, you want to talk about pain. Holy shit. Now they're sitting there going, ah, what the fuck? Ah! Okay. And then, you know, instead of having these vicious dogs you want to put down, you keep these vicious dogs for moments like this. That's when that vicious dog goes in there and just tears that fucker apart. Insult to injury. Irony. It's like you abuse a fucking animal attacks you. Okay? And then, when he's this close to dying, I mean, this fucking close, you pull the dog off. Okay? And you leave him there for 2 hours. okay? And while he's in so much fucking pain, you start blaming Justin Bieber as loud as you can. He'll be like, oh, the shitty music, And then, after those 2 hours are up, you give him the medical attention he needs, and you throw him in prison for 20 years. Make him think about what he's done, what he or she's done, okay? At that point, you'd be like, that's how you fucking deal with animal cruelty assholes, man. You know, like I said, it's bad enough that humans treat each other like shit, okay? But yeah, people who abuse animals. Well, you're in a pentagram. What are you, a Satanist? Or you want to talk? Fuck you, okay? Fuck you. For one, anytime an animal is used in a satanic ritual, it's always eaten, okay, or used for something. The bones are used for wands or maybe other things. The animal's not completely wasted, okay? Two, okay, you're missing the point. I mean, if you're going to sit there and point fingers at me, it's fucking ridiculous. So, yeah. Also, I picked up another smoker's candle. These things are actually quite nice. They've actually helped with the smell of the smoke in my apartment, so it's got a nice clean scent. I have one on my altar over there that I use. Keeps it smelling fresh, you know. And it helps deal with the smell a little bit. It makes it, you know, less smoky smelling. So, yeah. So yeah, I highly recommend these. These are awesome. Smell really great too. Okay, you know what, you two? If you know somebody who has these urges, okay, these urges to do bodily harm to others, to physically murder somebody, okay, get them the help they need before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? There's one less death in our country. Now, growing up when I was a youngster, I had all the symptoms, all of the red flags of someone who'd shoot up a place or kill somebody. The only reason I didn't do it is because I realized that, you know, I'm a decent musician. I actually have a chance to go somewhere with my music, or even if I don't make it as a musician, I actually have a career right now. I actually have a job, an apartment, so it's not worth killing somebody over that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, it's just, this shit just flat out fucking disgusts me, you know what I'm saying? Ugh. You know, it's beyond me why anyone would do something like that. And I've actually seen a couple of the serial killer documentaries of Ed Gein and all them. Some sick fucks. And a lot of it, you know, the social awkward, and in junior high especially, man, I was very socially awkward too. And, you know, once I got out of high school, I realized that there's going to be assholes outside of high school too. It's just learning to deal with them. I can be an asshole if you fucking push me, you know what I'm saying? But generally I try to just do my shit, get my day-to-day stuff done, and just get through the day, you know what I'm saying? And I think when it comes down to it, that's what a lot of us are trying to do, really. They're just trying to get through their day, you know, and just do what they gotta do and figure out what's next on the list of whatever, you know, and get it done, you know? Anyway, tomorrow I gotta go to the bank and withdraw some money from savings to help pay for next month's rent, because the last time I got paid, and Stephanie got paid, but our checks were not enough to cover rent, unfortunately. So, but my next check, I might be able to swing it, depending on, part of me's going, just take the whole $500 out and pay it, and part of me's going, that's for your car. I'm like, I don't need a car. I mean, I've managed to make it for a year now without a car, or 2 years anyway, depending on how you look at it, because, before I moved in anyway, to my apartment here, but, yeah, shit. So once we got groceries and shit, it's just like, oh, okay, now we don't have jack for cash, great. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. So, internet's 500. I mean, it's not internet. The internet now. Rent's 500. Internet bill is 55. And if me and Stephanie make like $300 a piece on our check, that's $600. There's 500 right there. So that leaves not a whole lot for groceries. So, but yeah, it sucks, that you broke all the fucking time, but I don't let it affect my demeanor by any means. I certainly try to keep a more positive outlook on life anyway. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Quarters! Awesome! We have, goddamn, I'm dropping them all over the fucking ground, son of a bitch. Okay, we got these, laundry facility, we got a laundry facility here in the apartment that, one of those machines that takes quarters. And, convenient, beats going to the laundromat, but, I've noticed that a lot of times I'll put my clothes in to dry, and they don't always dry my clothes completely. And I've actually had to hang my clothes on the steam pipe above me, hoping they dry, and they don't. It's just like, top it off, my shower head doesn't work, so if I take a shower in the mornings, it involves taking a plastic cup into the bathtub, turning on the faucet underneath it, and just dumping water all over my body and getting my shower done that way, I guess. And it sucks, but you don't see me complaining. You never see me complaining, I've done with a lot of shit in my life, and I never let it get to me. And there's times it does get to me a little bit, but I've always managed to find a way and just look at it from a different perspective and go, you know what, this isn't, worth the stress and all that, so it don't really get to me. Plain and simple, I kind of thought that the 5th album would make me a famous musician. It hasn't. It's a very slow and agonizing process. So maybe there's a 6th album that doesn't work, the 7th album that doesn't work. I'll just keep doing it until I make it. That's all I can do. And if I spend my entire life chasing my dream and it doesn't happen, oh well, no worries, you know what I'm saying? I tell you though, if I become a famous musician or a rock star and I have enough money, I want to donate a decent washer and dryer to this apartment complex. One of those Kenmores that are like super awesome and dry your clothes in an instant. That way people don't have to pay quarters for them and shit. You don't have to get to pay for your own laundry soap. I'll even pay the technician to fucking install them too. Just so residents here can have dry clothes instead of having to, hang them above their steam piper. So what ends up happening is, okay, your clothes don't dry all the way, so you put them in the wash for another cycle, and just keep doing that until, your clothes dry, but you're doing one load of laundry, that's all you can afford at the moment, and it's just like, oh shit, you throw them in the dryer, and come to find out, it didn't dry your clothes all the way. Fantastic. But to quote my fifth album, it could be worse. So make the rest of my beats here. That's all I can say, really. Let's see. Okay. In the dope show. Good song from Marilyn Manson. It is. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of laundry that needs to be done, so I'm glad I got quarters here. So I'm gonna get done eventually, but for now. Okay. And it costs about 4 quarters to get the laundry started anyway, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'll be right back, YouTube. You sit tight. Back here. Delicious. I gotta grab 4 more quarters. So I won't have this stuff in the wash, or I wouldn't put it in the dryer foam and chip in the 4 quarters to get dry. Okay. Get some more stuff in that washer. We can. Should do it. Okay, that's a good start on the same way. Oops. Alright. Fill up my Zippo here. You know, this morning I put 50 cents in for my bus ride to work. And the bus driver was all like, "Did you put 50 cents in, or did you go past?" I'm like, "No, I put 50 cents in." She's like, "Really? I don't see it." And I'm like, "I did." And she goes, "Well, it's not here." And I'm like, I did put it in there." I was trying to get a little annoyed by it. And she goes, "Well, this is the last time, okay? Next time you better have money." And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, "Oh, why couldn't it? Just because you didn't see it put in there doesn't mean I didn't put it in there. She would check her cameras, you know what I'm saying, on the bus. I'm sure she'd see that I put, you know." Ugh. There it goes. Alright, Zippo works. Oh, look at there. Boy, howdy, that ashtray's full. Okay. Take my 3 pipes out here and dump this SOB. Alrighty. we go. Of course, I'm smoking in here. I should probably get my candle and light it. Okay, got my I'll show you something really cool here. This is my altar YouTube. It says yeah, I'll show it off in the camera lens here. It's pretty cool looking. I did the engraving myself. Okay. This ashtray could use anything too. And I got the candle lit, but because of the hot wax, I stuck out some tin foil underneath it. That keeps it from, you know, dripping or anything. So, for sure. There we go. You know, this world would be a lot better place if everyone at least made an effort to be a little bit nicer to one another. And not just because it's Christmas or whatever, but sincerely, all year round, you know. It doesn't have to be anything significantly huge, you know. Something as simple as holding the door for somebody, or saying, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't noticed it on my end of the spectrum here as far as impoliteness goes, but it's still out there nonetheless, unfortunately. It is what it is. Let's cut this filter in half. There we go. Incense also work great for hiding the smell of smoke, where people aren't going to be, you know, too fed up with it or offended by it. Incense are those little sticks you burn, you know. This ashtray I got right here has a little thing in the middle of holes, and I can just bloop, 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 stick like 4 or 5 of them on top and light them, and you know. But for now, I got the smoker's candles, and Stephanie hasn't. I asked her about it. I said, "Do those candles help?" And she goes, "Yeah, you know, they seem to help with the smell of cigarettes and all that." So, for sure. Yeah. Now, my savings money is supposed to be for my car and all that, but rent comes first, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Plus, I'm cut up a month ahead on rent, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that makes me look good as someone that people rent to, you know, or I rent to, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. That sets a good example for, you know, because most often, and 9 times out of 10, if you're first time going out buying an apartment, or renting one, I should say, they aren't going to rent to 20-something-year-olds because of their reputation of partying and what have you. I like to party, but I don't party as often as I used to. So, the last party I went to, was quite fun, actually. We had a shit ton of booze, we had weed, we had spice, and fucking just went at it, and fuck yeah, dude. I was wasted by the end of the night. It was awesome. But uh, 43 or 45-minute video, it looks like. Wasting, just sitting here bullshitting. Also got some Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream and some self-raising flour, so I'm making some delicious ice cream bread on the 19th of March. So I had to get some more paint thinner too, because the method I've been using is just wasting paint thinner, and that shit gets expensive. So if but for the most part, yeah, the apartment's looking good. It's getting cleaned up. You know, it's a little each day. You know, making sure it's so by the end of it, you know, positive notes on the inspection, of course, hopefully anyway, and you know, so you know. Chances are I'm not getting kicked out because I'm quite good at, like I said, paying my rent on time, and the next person his chance won't be like that. So, yeah, that's it. I can kind of smell the cigarette, but it's not nearly as bad as it usually is, and honestly, I think those smoker's candles are actually helping. So, a little investment, you know. Best advice is just, you know, people sometimes say just keep smiling, but even behind the smile there's sadness. You know, you can sit there and pretend like everything's okay, but there's some days we all had, and then we smile and try to grin and bear it, but at the end of the day, we're just like, ugh. So. I got 7 in my inbox. What's this all about? Someone commented on a video, this is nauseating. Okay, well here's the thing, people. If you don't like watching my fucking videos, don't fucking watch them. Save yourself the stress and the headache. And you don't need the good book to be a good person. You really don't. It's a conscious effort, really. Right? Someone commented, dude, you should disable the like feature on your videos. You just get a bunch of losers with no life that dislike them every time you post a video. Yeah, I'm kind of aware of that, actually. And, you know, like I said, bigger fish to fry, so whatever. Haters gonna hate, right? So the more haters I get on my YouTube, the better, I guess, because it just gives me more exposure. So, yeah. But, anyway, KingCobraJFS with another video. God damn it! Look at that. I got these little pieces are coming off my bracelet here. That does kind of suck that that's happening, but there's still some left, so I suppose it could be worse, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, and see y'all later.